Y'all be careful out there in the streets. You know all y'all looking like. And they arrested T.I. at Hartsfield National Airport the other day, mistaken identity.
Yeah.
T.I. my boy, but T.I. be wearing some crazy shit. How the fuck you mistake T.I. for another one of you niggas?
They said he meant the description. They said
It
he
was
was
the
the
same name. It was the same name.
Same name.
Oh,
But the
okay.
guy was 215 pounds and T.I. was 165 pounds.
So how?
Soaking
in the
wet.
world?
Yeah.
See, his name Clifford Harris, and they was
Both
looking
of
for
them
Clifford the big red dog. Sound like that. He like, that ain't me. I ain't, you know, that's a different dog.
T.I. my man.
Can you sue for something like that? Can you sue for something like
I'm wondering, would he? I don't think you can, no, man.
They say they took him to jail, though.
Huh?
that?
They say they took him from the airport
Yeah,
to
he's
But
Clayton
see,
County.
something like that, you would think they could have figured that out before he got, you
Yeah.
know, to jail.
So what, hold on, they
He's
took
like,
him to
hey,
jail?
man, I'm T.I.,
Oh, yeah.
man.
He went to Clayton
He's in
County.
jail for 2 days.
He should
There's
start
no
rapping to
way.
him.
I don't
They
know
did
about
not
2
know
days.
that
That's
was
got to be a
T.I.
rumor.
I don't know about 2 days.
I thought
man.
they
Yeah,
said-
I
So
still
it's
don't know
no
the
way
name
they
for it,
didn't
but
know that was T.I.
I saw in the story that he went to Clayton County, though.
First of all, holding me one eye and I'm T.I. I'm like, look, man, just go on your phone.
It's no way they didn't
Just
know
go
that
on
was
your phone,
T.I.
bro.
He
That's
wasn't
me.
by himself. Where boys at? Say, hey, man, that T.I.
But you
And
know,
they police was like, we know what he is. He think they go. He
well,
think
you know, you had some criminals who changed their face, changed their size. They done had
Come on,
surgery.
man.
them white
Mission
Not
criminals.
these
What I'm
kind of
saying,
criminals.
man, they
Them
had to go
white
through the
Yeah, not
process.
these kind of
Not them
criminals.
niggas been looking at holding some
I
weed
agree with
shit.
you.
Yeah.
Ain't no surgeon except
No,
on
we got a
EBT
school
cards.
teacher in here. Don't want to be identified. She on the run, but she ain't. She ain't going through all that.
Yeah. But since we brought this up, did you hear that every NFL stadium this year will have facial recognition for every customer in the stadium?
Yeah.
Ball system.
So if you are a criminal on the run, don't buy no football tickets this year.
Ball system. Biometric optical security systems. That's all it is.
What'd you say, Mike? Your phone been
Yeah.
identifying?
Yeah.
Yeah, but invasion
I
of
think they can see
invasion
you
of
through your.
privacy.
I think they can see you through your TV too.
Yeah, but invasion
Yeah.
of privacy.
Just
For,
turn it
for
off.
they to use facial recognition for everybody in the stadium. Now, if the FBI looking for people or people who got warrants,
But when you go to the next football game, they're gonna say Bubbles, the monkey from Michael Jackson.
just like they did T.I., just like they did T.I.
Well, it didn't work. It didn't work because they arrested T.I.
But
so
it
it didn't
sets you
work.
back. They got to come check you and set you back. It
Hey,
didn't work, but it set you back.
But it's called ball systems, man. I'm all for
Nelly
it.
went to jail.
Yeah, y'all hear about that?
Who?
Nelly just
Yeah.
went to jail this morning.
Nelly.
Because he's
Yeah.
out
For
for
what?
4:45
I
in the
missed
morning.
that. What
had
happened?
some-
They found some ecstasy on him, and he didn't have his driver's license.
Yeah.
Oh, so they stopped him?
No, I'm sorry, he didn't have insurance on his car.
All right.
What?
Yeah, he didn't have insurance.
Yeah,
Out
they didn't
now,
have
but he
insurance
got
on his
arrested this
car?
And
morning.
he had ecstasy, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
So
was
would
out
they
there
stop
for
for speeding or something?
He got ecstasy. He been
Nah.
You don't just get stopped in your car. Oh, I
Well,
think he got ecstasy.
Yeah, when you
No,
drive,
why?
ecstasy make
He
you
was
drive
driving
crazy.
freaky. He was
Oh,
driving
yeah.
freaky.
With the top down.
You do know nowadays they get behind you if they run your tag. They can already tell if you got insurance.
No, I'm
or not.
saying, well, what was the
They
what
probably
was
got
the
behind
purpose?
him. They probably got behind and ran his tag, and then they found
So
out they
what
had
would
no
be the
insurance.
reason to get behind him?
You
is
never
what
been
I'm
on
saying.
ecstasy. You don't know how
They're
people
just
act when they
driving.
on
People
ecstasy.
Yeah, I've never been on
Yeah.
So
ecstasy,
you wouldn't
and
know.
I never saw
When they on
ecstasy.
ecstasy, it's a whole other ball game, baby.
So he was just driving
But
crazy.
cops get behind you all the time and run your tag.
yeah, but they you
Yeah,
ain't on ecstasy when they do it.
If you
I'm
was on
not,
ecstasy,
but I'm
they
just saying, cops
"Can
get behind
drive a
you."
stick, girl?"
So when they pull you over, it's a whole other. You dancing out the roof and everything.
I know he was just driving freaky.
So ecstasy make you
You
high.
tell somebody driving freaky, it's like you
Ecstasy
kind of
make
in
you
the
high.
lane, but you ain't in the lane. And
I don't know. I don't do ecstasy. I'm just saying it.
Taking identity.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
T.I.
When the last time a white person been arrested for mistaken identity? When the last time a white person been shot? He put his telephone out and they thought it was a gun.
No, it just doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. Doesn't happen to a white person who's boiling hot water.
Now I'm against all the
happen.
brothers because I'm very afraid with regards to Kamala Harris that we're gonna turn this thing into black and white and we'll lose, man. But they had a group of brothers on the other day talking about that she wasn't addressing them and they didn't like her because she used to be DA up in San Fran. Come on, man. Get over your damn self.
My thing is, when she was doing that, what do you want? California was in the height of the color wars, Bloods and Crips. So everybody forget about that. They had like everybody she locked up was innocent and hadn't done anything. But there was a lot of crime, and you're talking between Oakland and San Francisco at the time. I mean, she did what she had to do. That's what I think. I just think.
She's DA.
Yeah.
And while I believe a lot of brothers are locked up unjustly, most of them niggas.
Exactly.
I know I'm gonna catch some heat for saying this, but most of them,
Yeah, I
like
mean,
Richard Pryor said,
Thank God
for prison.
penitentiary.
But on the flip side, where you can say Kamala Harris may or may not have locked up more black people than she needed to, definitely 100% Donald Trump was on the wrong side of that Central Park 5.
Exactly.
And he still ain't redacted
Apologized
it and
to
been
this
like
nigga.
I was wrong.
Ain't said
Yep.
nothing.
Nope.
He ain't apologized. He ain't nothing. Ain't even.
And so let's
Now,
just
he
go
still
back.
think
Let's
they're
just go
guilty.
back a little bit to say this. She didn't lock anyone up. The rules were set or the laws was put in place. So we got to take some accountability for our own actions. So, and I love my kings. Y'all know I love my kings. However, if
We
you
can
don't
wow.
go do the crime, you
We
don't have
can
to
wow
worry
out.
about her
Right.
locking you up. So rather, no matter how you feel about her, take accountability for your own actions.
And nobody mentions, DC, that Donald Trump, allowed people to be executed, 13 people of color to be executed in his last 6 months in office, and nobody brings that up.
And he had some people on death row that he didn't. He tried to get them locked up. Tried to get them executed, but they come to find out they was not guilty. Yeah, so he.
So the people
Yeah,
he got
it happened,
executed,
man. We can
you
go-
saying he did it in the court system. You ain't talking about like the police executing unarmed black people.
No, not please. He didn't through the court system, like literally just let the law pass and okay, yeah, it's time for you to be
So
executed.
it's
And
count,
not,
if you
and
count
not
the
to
people outside
mention,
the court.
and
it's a
not
lot
to
more.
mention when he was sued because they didn't want to let people of color rent from them. So he's got a lot of excess on Adam. So when I heard black people saying that he's such a great guy, I don't get emotional. I heard black people saying that. He's
You
a
gotta
good
have
guy,
some woke
he's a great-
friends that think outside the box. The
So
new
I go
woke
back
Negro.
to his, like you said earlier, his character, his track record. I don't go by what people said. Let me investigate. And looking at his track record, he's not for me.
Man, Trump clown.
Well,
man.
how do y'all feel about
It's Donald Trump.
he's intelligent?
I think he's going to pull votes, like we was talking earlier. I think he's going to pull votes that people were kind of like,
Yeah.
because he does look like the good old boy.
He's a good old boy. He said, I like the hunt
good old
fish.
boy.
Hunfish.
He,
Like
he
me.
remind me of the white boy on the Wonder
And he's
Years.
spunky. And he's
Like an
spunky.
old
He's
version
spunky.
of-
He
I mean,
ain't-
he's one of them guys where I believe he was on a debate stage and Trump walked in front of him like Trump did in front of Hillary Clinton. I believe he might slap the shit out of Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Do you-
Football coach. he's crossed a lot. He's dotted
So
a lot of
he's
I's and
American.
crossed the T's. You
He's
know,
American.
military,
coach football, teacher.
teacher.
All that.
Now, what about Shapiro, who was a better candidate, but because you think he was
Wait
Jewish?
a minute. What you mean better candidate?
Well,
what you
because
mean
he was
better?
Jewish.
All I'm saying is
Well, his state.
Okay.
His state has.
This what I'm
his
saying.
state
This
has
just
19.
between us, my
His state-
listeners. This between us, my listeners,
Okay.
and we all family.
Okay.
Shapiro was a Jew.
Uh-huh.
Kamala Harris's husband is a Jew.
Right.
So she already got Jewish vote.
Right.
So you don't need another Jew.
That's what I said.
Go get somebody else.
Go get the good
and
old
put
boys.
together this rainbow coalition.
There you go.
And get somebody that can bring in some
And
of the
represent
people
America.
that don't even like
Right.
Jews.
But
The
he.
Jews are with her because
Yeah.
her husband's a Jew.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
What kind of
Represent
last
But-
name
but
is
we-
Waltz? Ain't Waltz like a Jewish last name?
That's Irish.
That's Irish is what
Irish,
that is.
yeah.
But
That's
because
short for Walkowski or something.
I think he understood that America don't want another Jew in there. They wouldn't want a Jew.
No, that would've
but
been risky.
he backing Kamala though.
He's backing Kamala
he backing
and Waltz.
Tom Waltz. He backing Waltz too.
Well, they
Tim
know
Moore.
it's a political move.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
they're playing chess. And so, and like DC said, she's already married to a Jewish person.
And we could do booty check. We could do booty check.
No, he can't. You can't be in there.
I just don't want to see y'all
ready for that
dropping
yet.
this man's name last week when it was all the.
Oh, he's definitely come from out
I
of
didn't even
blue.
know who he
came out of
was.
nowhere.
I didn't know he was
I
last
didn't
week.
know him, but
I mean,
I had to
obviously
go
she
look
knew
him
who he
up.
was.
But we
I didn't know who the hell he
I
was.
had
She
to go
couldn't do
look him
booty
up.
check because he's gay, and a lot of foreign ladies don't want to sit down and
I don't
talk
think
to
it's
him.
because he's gay.
You don't think so?
I think
'Cause he's married to a
Booty
man.
Chick is married to a man
But that's
which
gay, though.
prohibits
Was
him.
openly
But you
gay.
could be a sissy and not be married to a man and still be in it. But to be married to a man makes it weird.
Well,
that's
the
why I
thing
think-
about it is they know that some of those politicians do live alternative lifestyles,
Yeah.
and it's as long as they keep it hush hush, that's okay, acceptable. But because he's out with it, we're in a.
Well, I even think he could have been an hour. He could have said I'm a sissy. But the fact that he's married to a man.
right.
I don't know if he
kinda
would
makes
have.
it
I don't
freaky
know
deep.
about
You got to
that
look at
part.
foreign relation. Now, we're not just talking about a marriage.
I think that
We're not
even
talking
if he
about
was,
10th Street in Atlanta.
You gonna let me talk?
Nah,
Kenny?
go ahead.
We're
Hold
not
up.
talking about 10th Street in Atlanta. We're talking about foreign relations.
Okay, go ahead, JJ.
So I don't think that even if he wasn't married and he came out and said that he was gay, I still think that would not have been a good move at this time because
don't think, yeah.
openly gay is not acceptable in a lot of the countries
That's
that
too
we
much.
do business with.
You got the woman thing. She figuring probably be first woman president. You got
Yeah.
the black thing.
America
Trump talking
don't-
that shit,
America
but
only
she's basically
swallows so
black.
much.
And now you got vice president.
yeah, that's what I'm
who's
saying. I
cis.
don't think it would have been a good look
It's
either
just too
way.
much.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
too much, man.
Yeah,
That's too much.
But from an intelligence standpoint, he definitely qualified.
Oh, yeah.
And I
Bullshit.
just, yeah, I mean, super
Yeah.
as
smart.
much as I can like a sissy, I like him.
I mean, he's
saying
super
the
smart.
S word.
And I just
DC.
think
What you want me to call him?
What do you
But
call
they
it?
just
So he
don't
wa-
want to be called that.
What
But
they
what
want me
is,
to
what
call
is he?
He's homosexual.
That you think
gay.
homosexual is better than
Sissy is-
sissy?
Because
It's not your job to decide what to
Yeah.
call them people.
they don't want to be called.
Okay, what you
Okay,
call him?
What you call him?
Mr.
I
Butt
don't
Plug,
choose to talk
Mr.
about
Butt
him
Plug,
that
Oh God! Oh
So,
God!
Mr.
Oh,
Butt
God.
Plug
I don't
owner.
choose to
Yeah.
talk. They're not the topic of my conversation.
when he come to dinner at
I
your
don't have
house-
to be that.
When
What
he
you
come
call
to
him?
dinner at your house, when he come to dinner at your house, how you gonna present him to your family, him and his partner?
just saying.
How you gonna say it?
Everybody who know me already know what it is, and it ain't nothing that I'ma ever have to defend on who I am.
I
So-
said how you gonna present him to
I'm
your
just saying,
family.
now, if I had that little purple hat
That nigga got a
on, turned
PhD, that nigga got
sideways,
PhD
then
talking
I
about
had
who
to
my-
worry about what I
that
had
nigga
to
got
do.
PhD.
No, I just
people-
want to hear how you going to introduce him to your family when he comes to the door with his husband to your family for his vote. How you going to introduce him to your
What
family?
make you think he's
I-
gonna come through his door?
If I had a gay couple, I'd be like, this whoever and they partner. That's how you supposed to do. They and they partner. I mean, if you say partner,
So ain't that too
okay,
much for
that's more
foreign
gay
relation
than-
people to
than
deal
partner,
with?
But
Ain't that too much for foreign relation people to deal with? All right, here come my partner.
Hey man, I'm
My
not.
you
husband.
worried about the wrong
My,
thing.
my,
I'm
my
just-
partner, my husband.
Let me be clear on
Yeah,
that.
just say gay. Just
I'm
say
not
gay.
anti-gay,
Me either.
anti-sissy, or whatever. I say sissy because,
Yeah.
you know, I got a lot of girlfriends that go both ways. But I'm saying I'm not anti none of that.
Are you,
but
are
I'm
you
not
anti-full
pro.
dagger?
I'm not. No. No.
Like I said,
roll
I
with
just
Brett.
think from an intelligence
But
standpoint, the
I'm
answer is he can do
saying
it.
I'm not gonna get out there and march. Who was it that defended the sissies and then they asked him? Somebody defended the sissies and they asked him to be a spokesperson for him. He said, "Wait a minute now." Y'all remember that about 2 years ago? He was talking to Don Lemon and he defended, you know, the
My
what
thing
you want to
is,
call homosexual.
whoever-
Or gay.
And then they asked him to be a spokesperson, and he said, "Wait a minute now, y'all gone too far now."
Right.
Right.
And they condemned him because he wouldn't be a
Spokesperson,
spokesperson,
yeah.
and he wasn't gay, but he was just saying, you know,
Right.
God bless you.
Right.
Like I'm saying, God
Right.
bless you, man.
Right.
But you know,
That's
like
that-
in
that's that cancel
Buttigieg,
culture.
he could be gay if he wasn't married to a man. He could get my vote.
Like I said, he's super smart. Anytime they try to trap him, he's got all the answers. He's well studied. But right now, with everything we got going, there's just a lot. Like you said, you
Ain't
got
too much. You got a
Shapiro,
woman.
you know, Harris,
Black woman.
So yeah, it's
So
been
now
hard.
we got a white dude. He's white, lily white.
Tim
He's
Walton.
military. He's educated.
Ex-military.
Ex-military.
Ex-educated.
Ex-educator. intelligent.
Ex-coach
Coach,
football.
coach.
Football. So that's
And y'all
America.
still
his
standing
wife-
on whatever policies don't matter at all.
No.
Nah,
Yeah, that's
not
what
right
I'm
now.
saying.
Right now.
Remember I
Okay.
asked you before?
Policies
all
don't
the
matter.
all the
Policies
debates.
don't matter.
It's no politics being. It's all back and forth. Like
If you
Talk about
were
each other.
gonna go the policy route, she was the vice president. Her main focus and everything was to support the president.
Right.
How can you blame her, even if she disagreed with Joe Biden on something? How can you
Right.
blame her for not supporting
Right.
her boss?
Right. And
The
in fact,
president.
and in fact,
No, you
she's
know,
already.
So you can't policy. you
Yeah,
can't
she's
make it
already
policy.
saying she's going to get the Roe versus Wade thing overturned. So she's giving you some direction on what she's going to
So
correct
I'm saying,
once she wins.
as a voter,
And she's-
what matters most to you?
Character.
Does a vote? So like I
Do
said,
I like?
I said you already say you don't care about policy. Do you care more about abortion or about the war? Like I'm saying, like sometimes that's how I
Well-
look at it. I'm like,
Well,
what
that's
makes you
what
vote?
people. That's what people
Not
do.
just
They
the
vote.
person.
People vote their interests, and that's why they have these conversations with these politicians, and that's why some of these wealthy people are in these politicians are in these
And
wealthy
that
people's
those
pockets.
subjects don't make me waver one way or the other.
Right.
I've said it on the show before. I got mixed emotions about abortion.
Yeah. And it's also
I
what,
understand both sides. I got mixed emotions. On one hand, I don't know anybody alive that wishes they had been aborted.
exactly.
Facts.
Exactly.
However, if you do wish you had been aborted, I know Richard said I can't say what I'm about to say.
Don't do
Right.
it, DC.
But
We wanna
again, it's
stay-
also
we don't
where
wanna
the
get
country
off.
is when you run. You know, like she didn't even make it out of the primary when she tried to run herself. Now everybody loves
Let me
her.
finish my statement.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I thought you couldn't say nothing. My bad.
No, I'm going to change it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know anybody alive that wishes they had been aborted. However, I do agree that a woman has the right to do whatever she wants
Right.
with her body.
Right.
But society, particularly in Western civilization, is designed where the woman has more rights than the man. That's obvious in child support. That's obvious in if a woman and a man are not married and they have a baby, the woman has natural rights to the child. 90-something% of divorces where children are involved, 90-something%, the man pays alimony. It's just child support. It's just not gonna be the other way around. 90-something%, the children go with the woman, man.
Yep. Most of the time.
So it's not equal. So if the man is financially, socially obligated to care for the child, how can you say the woman, because it's her body, has more authority than the man, as though the child is not half his? But then you would have a standoff because the child is half his and half her.
All right.
I'm gonna say half of the child was his, hanging out in his balls. Then when he shot that into her, now the whole child is hers. That half that was his and that other half that was hers.
See,
that's her baby for 9 months now. That's,
See,
she
you-
gotta eat. She gotta eat food to feed that baby. That baby living off of her blood.
See, you
that's her baby now.
You should have been aborted.
I'm just saying, man. It'd have been a lot of
No, not because
broken
not
hearts in
because
this world, man.
He wasn't wanting it. She didn't know he was gonna eat that much. That's all.
When we come back,
Don't
back,
do that to him.
I
BJ.
tell you what we're gonna
She
do.
should not be aborted. We're glad you're
When
here.
we come back, and I'm warning you, Bo. I'm warning you ahead of time. I'm warning everybody ahead of time. No personal questions. No personal questions. But when we come back, we got another woman in the audience. We got Sister JJ here. We're going to talk about this abortion thing. No personal questions, boy. Huh?
I ain't gonna ask you when the last time.
JJ Mama watch this shit.
But DC, I'm glad.
And you look like a failed attempt at an abortion.
Denzel said if we'd had booty shits in there, they had to bring back sniff and scratch, that scratch and sniff.
What the fuck did you say?
That's what the dude said on that. Denzel.
Take us off the air. Take us off the air, man.